What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we have a 200k team because I know people are selling their teams because they don't want to lose money on their teams. So I've gone ahead and made a 200k team. So if you did sell your team, hopefully this team should live up to the team you had. Of course, if you had a god squad, it's going to be a big difference. But if you had a 1 or 2 million coin team, you won't notice too much of a difference. Why? It's because we've gone with still top tier strikers. Always make a top heavy team. Never spend, if you have a 200k team, never spend 50k, 60k on your centre back. You spend that on your striker, the most important position in your team. Finishing this year is bad. You need to make sure you got a top tier striker. Son, probably the best card in the game. He's gone down in value. He's probably, in case you're wondering, he's actually 80k right now. The cheapest card you can probably get for 80k, probably under 200k, is probably the best, one of the best cards in the game. I think you have the Ben Yedder, and you have the Suns. So I think Suns much better than Ben Yedder this year because he's shooting. And then you have, of course, the Mbappe and Neymar on top of him. But top tier card, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, high. Lacks a bit of the balance, but still very good. Less of dribbling, finesse shot trait, everything that you want for a player. And then alongside, we've gone with someone that I've trusted for a very long time. That is Lucas Moura. Again, for the sole reason he has the agility and balance being the most important thing. Remember, for wingers, this guy's going to be playing as a winger. The agility and balance and the pace is really the most important thing. 4-star. Decent finishing, you put a finish on him, you get the job done. But really good sprint speed. You can put a hunter on him as well. Good agility and balance. Top tier player, I would say, for a winger. Everything that you'd ideally want. Of course, he's got the aggression as well. Now, going for the left back, we've gone with the cheap Reguilon. If you want to, you can go ahead and put Mendy here if you've got the coins for it. If you haven't got the coins for it, don't. It's completely up to you because it doesn't really matter too much. But I've gone Reguilon just to keep the price down. Reguilon, it's the gold card. You can get the orange cards if you want to, if you really want to, but it's not worth spending 100k, of course, on the left back. That is basically very much pointless. But you got Reguilon, still a top tier card. Everyone keeps saying he's bad. This guy is still better than most left backs that I've used. Why? Is because pace is the most important thing, and he's got the aggression, stamina, high, good agility, balance. I still like him. Whoever says bad, don't listen to them because they probably not even use this guy. They looked at him for face value and that's about it. And his face value stats are actually really good. When we go over to the centre backs, Eden Militao, I mean, I'll be honest, not my favourable card that I would like to use. I would say someone like Camoso, someone else like that instead over here. But one of the best centre backs, he's medium. And he's got bad agility and balance, which is really why he drops out of my favour. But he's still a good card nonetheless for centre back. You could go here with Alaba instead if you really want to. Goalkeeper, we've gone with Courtois. Courtois is a very, I would say, a top tier goalkeeper. Maybe one of the best goalkeepers this year. A bit hit and miss. Sometimes they're amazing. Sometimes they're absolute trash. But the height really does save Courtois here. You can go with the likes of Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen's got the better passing. It's up to you who you really go with. It doesn't really make that much of a difference because they still get chemistry anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But if you had a choice, I would say go with Ter Stegen because he's got the save with feet trait, and that's why I put him above Courtois, personally speaking. And then when we go over to the right centre back, we got one of the best centre backs in the game. That's Koundé. Now, no fullbacks going on over here, but Koundé, because he's got the perfect work rates, high or medium high is better, but high defensive being the key thing, and he's got good agility and balance, makes him one of the best centre backs in the game. And of course, he has that sprint speed as well with agility and balance, and actually decent passing, which is quite a rare thing to actually see. And then bringing it into midfield, we go one of the cheapest players you can get inside the game for CDM, and that is definitely Valverde. No one else really comes too close to him, just because, given the fact that he's got top tier agility, or not top tier, but improved agility and decent balance. But he's got the sprint speed, the passing, the long shots actually are quite good, and of course he's got that amazing physical and defending stats. People think it's bad, but trust me, to find those defending stats, someone who's got 90 sprint speed is exceptionally rare. So not only is he a good box to box, he's also a perfect CDM. I'll definitely recommend him as a CDM. Then we go with one of the best players in the game. I don't care what anyone says about this. He is so good that I had to actually fix my entire team to get him back in. 153 games for me. I actually bought him for about 150k. He's obviously much cheaper now because he's so good. He had to be back in the team. He cost 50k, so a large chunk. Him and Son are actually a large chunk of the team. But this guy is so good. I had to bring him. I had to basically change my team around just so I can get him back in my team. I have him on Onyenka and CDM for budget CDMs around under 200k. Top tier. Honestly, one of the best cards I've used this year. top tier sprint speed, lacks the balance, but it's an absolute tangle. The defending, the physical, the dribbling part, everything basically. Does lack on the skill moves, but realistically, does it really matter? Does it really matter for that price? One of the best mids in the game. I'm sure if you use them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And in right wing, we've gone, of course, one of the best, cheapest players in the team. Now, you see how I've very astutely chosen the best players in the game here. So I've deliberately fitted in Llorente, Valverde price performance, Koundé, one of the best centre backs in the game, Son and Dembele, all these top tier cards. Now, if you want to, you can do something like this, and if you want to, you can get the likes of someone like Ben Yedder. Now, you got a choice. The first one is Alejandro Gomez. He's probably the chemistry friendly choice, I would say. He gets 8 chemistry here, 4-star, 4-star, high, medium. The better player out of them all, I would say. If you're playing a 4-2-3-1, I would say definitely go with Gomez, because he's got that top tier agility and balance. Put a hunter on him, he's already got the shooting stats for it, and he's got formidable passing. As a cam, he's a fantastic player. Really good agility and balance with that 5'6" height. Now, you can go with Gomez if you're playing with the 4-2-3-1. If you are going with, let's say, anything like a 4-2-3-1, but let's say you want someone like Correa in centre mid, you can also do a Correa, 4-star, 4-star, 5'7", exact same thing as you can see over here. Good agility and balance as well, good sprint speed, and actually much better finishing than Gomez. So if you're going to be playing him more as like a stay forward striking option, he's definitely the card to go with. Of course, you can just simply go with Ben Yedder. Of course, the chemistry does lack a little bit. If you really want to fix up the chemistry, what you can do is get Ben Yedder over there. He gets 8 chemistry, and if you really want to fix up the chemistry here, literally just go ahead and put Alaba as left centre back. That literally resolves the chemistry. So I'm going to give you these options because I know people are always worried about chemistry so much, even though it's not really as long as the base card stats is important, is the most important thing. But you could do this, and if you want to, you can keep Militao in as well, and you can get that green links over there. But again, it's up to personal preference. It's up to you. And to bring it together, we've got Navas. You can go with Gold Navas to keep the price down. If you've got anything extra, of course, you can go with the actual Inform Navas. It really just depends on your budget. Navas really is the make or break here, because he costs about 36k. So it's either greatly under 200k or is very much on the borderline, or maybe just a tad bit over and given in some situations. I'm going to quickly show you how this plays in game. So when it comes to this team, if we're going to be playing this in game in a 4-2-3-1 as usual, so that's for chemistry. So let me go back a bit. That's just for chemistry. I'll show you over here. That's just for chemistry. As you can see, everyone gets chemistry, and you can get the same thing if you put Ben Yedder in. You get the 8 chemistry. Same thing there as usual. Nothing special over there. Chemistry is not too much of an issue if you've got the top tier players. If you're going 4-4-2, Ben Yedder and Son up top, Dembele, of course, with Lucas Moura on the wings. And it's something like that. 4-2-3-1 is a bit of a difficult one. You got to make a choice here. I've done both, I think. Although Son is the better cam in theory, I prefer to have Son up front because he's the better striker. And that is why I've gone with that choice. So although in theory Son is the better, the cam, the passing, I just prefer him in striker because of the shooting. But either way is completely fine. Just make sure you put Son on stay forward. 4-3-3 is the exact same, but you're probably gonna have to remove Son to the winger, which is not really ideal. If I go to the 3-5-2, the main formation, I'm presuming you're waiting to see, it'll be something like this, and maybe I'd probably put Son in cam here if he's on stay forward, and I would go along with something like this. I'll put Reguilon on one side because he's high, and that's the way that I'll do it. Of course, you can switch it around if you really want to, and you can put Ben Yedder in cam, but don't put Dembele in cam. You can kind of get away with it if you're really good at knowing when to make the good pass, but his passing does let him down a lot. Anyway, guys, that is, of course, the 200k cheap team. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, of course. I'll catch you next time. Peace out, guys.